The World of Outlaws are pumping a bunch of cash into the Sprint Car Series for 2024, and we'll talk about the details today. Plus, some big names are headed west with USAC. I've got a Jake Swanson update, plus some cars racing at BAPS on Saturday. Let's go. It's Tuesday, November 7th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily. The National Touring Sprint Car season is complete, but the fun is just getting started as we look towards 2024. High Limit Series posted to social media last night that they will have some sort of announcement today. No details on what it could be, but we are waiting to obviously see their schedule, plus how they plan to set up this new series, including, we've talked about the midweek races portion of this. We don't know anything about purse and other money like tow money and things like the race format. If the news doesn't break until later and there's some good stuff in that announcement, we could potentially do a second daily show today. That's part of the reason why I'm posting this episode early as well, so maybe that won't break in the middle of what I'm doing. And if you don't do so already, make sure to hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell as well. We're in for a busy off season, and I'll be ready to bring you all the details as news breaks. Hitting that subscribe button will help you not miss any future episodes. As I write this show today, we are currently 243 subscribers short of our goal of 25,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. If you don't listen, or if you don't watch on the YouTube channel, if you listen to the podcast version, hit the subscribe button there as well. As we await today's high limit news, though, we already have some clarity on the World of Outlaws and World Racing Group plans to sweeten their sprint car pot for next season. In recent years, contrary to the narrative that's been pushed by a lot of people elsewhere, WRG has made strides toward making their series better for competitors. That included the elimination of midweek races, which the competitors asked for. They also trimmed the West Coast schedule down, raised purse money for standard shows, and elevated the point fund to go with their bonus program. Of the teams that were full-time in 2023, the top 8 all cleared over $100,000 in just point fund payouts to go along with their season-long race winnings. Logan Schuchart, obviously $1 million driver this year with his Eldora win, but David Gravel was also into the 7 figures as well. And thanks to comments from WRG CEO Brian Carter to Jeremy Elliott and SprintCarUnlimited.com, we know that more is coming. For 2024, the Outlaws will keep the 4 race restrictions in place. Now, obviously, that will certainly cause some nasty comments here. I'm fully prepared for that. And the point fund and bonus program will remain the same as well, but more money for the teams is coming in other areas. First, purses will be raised around 20% across the board, with a standard Outlaw show going from somewhere in the neighborhood of around $58,000 up to near $70,000. WRG is also effectively doubling tow money for full-time teams, meaning instead of $400 or $500 a night, that will now be between $800 and $1,000 a night. Tracks on the schedule will be absorbing some of the increase in the purse money, but WRG is covering that bump in tow money itself. If you don't know what tow money is, it's a per race payout the teams get to help with travel and other expenses. It's paid out weekly on top of any prize money won on any given race night. And depending on the number of races completed, the tow money bump could be worth as much as an additional $30,000 or $35,000 for the season. We talked back on the Sunday Daily Show about the Outlaw schedule potentially having 4 races that pay $100,000 to win or more next year, but Carter told Jeremy that could jump to maybe as many as 6 or 7 events. So in this new world order of dueling sprint car series, WRG and the Outlaws have set their position here and made their pitch to teams looking to be full-time next season. Yes, the restrictions are still there, but they are again pumping a significant amount of money into the system. We'll see what we are able to learn from High Limit's announcement today, but you have to assume they're going to take a different tact here. Sell teams a different philosophy on the schedule or payouts. They're going to do something different to set themselves away from the Outlaws. Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on these increases and everything that's been going on. Moving on to some other open wheel stuff, the USAC Midget West Coast Swing begins a week from today at Bakersfield, and there will be some added competition over those final few nights. Buddy Kofoid will return to the seat of a Keith Coons ride to compete at every night through Turkey Night. 2022 Series champion has 6 appearances with USAC this year. That includes 2 wins. Also, Australian team owner and sponsor Sean Dyson will campaign a pair of cars through Ventura for Spencer Baston and Carson Macedo. Macedo has run similar late season midget schedules the past few years. He was a winner at Merced in 2022. Basin also has scattered USAC starts in recent years. He had a best finish of 2nd at Merced a year ago after leading 25 laps. We also know we're going to get Kyle Larson at Placerville for the Hangtown 100. I didn't include that in the show script, but I do want to mention that. And then I also want to point you to the Factory Cane Instagram account and a fresh post from yesterday. No caption was written, but it's clear it's a midget, and the sponsors in view include 4C's Construction and what appears to be the Sander Engineering logo. This obviously could be pointing towards a return to midgets for California driver and newly crowned NARC champion Corey Day. We know that Day drove earlier this year in a freshly designed Willie Kane sprint car. Those Willie Kane cars, very different looking chassis. Sometimes they seem to be a bit of a science experiment. Willie, obviously, also the owner of Factory Kane. Day last competed in a USAC midget at Placerville in 2022. He was a winner during Indiana Midget Week in 2021. That was driving for Clausen Marshall. And Day also a competitor at Chili Bowl in each of the last two events. He was 17th in his debut in 2022 and 7th in his C-Main in 2023. We'll see what races Day and the FK Midget show up to. In response to the Jake Swanson situation we talked about yesterday and his apparent departure from the Team AZ 21AZ car, seems like there's a lot of feeling out there that Swanson will end up in the Scott Bennick-owned 2B for next year. The 2B was the same one that Logan Seavey drove to a pair of victories in 2023, including at Circle City, and as part of that non-wing sweep at Eldora for 4 Crown. Bennick is a longtime car owner, previously had drivers like the late Bobby East, and he won a USAC National Championship with Levi Jones. Seavey ended the 2023 season 9th in the standings, having appeared at all 38 races with the 2B. Guess we'll wait and see if we get a formal announcement here from either side. Over the past few weeks, you guys that watch regularly know I partnered up with BAPS Motor Speedway to help promote their 25,000 to win race. That show is this weekend. And I've had some ask me about possible entries, and the track has been sharing a few to social media over the last few days. If you're headed out to BAPS on November 11th, they are expecting at this moment both Shark racing cars in Logan Schuchart and Jacob Allen. You're also going to see regular Midwest competitor Garrett Williamson. He'll be at BAPS driving John Trone's 39 car. And you can expect Devin Borden and Justin Peck. If you're a 410 wing sprint car fan, this is just about your last chance to see racing action in 2023. We'll update you later in the week as we know more about who will be in attendance. All right, that's it for the daily today. Make sure to hit up the streaming schedule at DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. If you've made it this far in the episode, please do me a favor. Drop a message below for my mom. Today is her birthday, and she's instrumental in Dirt Tracker as she maintains the streaming schedule for me at DIRTRACKR.com. So if you find the streaming schedule valuable, you can thank Mama Fiedler for that. All right, hope you guys have a great Tuesday out there. We'll see you back here tomorrow if we don't see you back here a little bit later today.